Hey guys, welcome back to Click. This is Im, and today we're going to do a quick burial for the Note 7. But before we do that, I thought I'd give a quick comparison, seeing as I have to send my now completely faulty Note 7 back. And yeah, I have a few things to say, not very nice, but anyway, we'll get into it. But first, let's do a quick comparison. I never got around to doing this as my Note 7 was always in its recall state, which was absolute bullshit. Anyway, so I'm just going to show you a quick comparison between the two phones, okay? And then we'll move on and I'll give you a bit of a funeral for this Note 7 of mine. First off, I still love Samsung. I'm a big fanboy. Call it what you want. I love them. I think they're making fantastic devices. I'm very happy with my S7s. I have two. Well, I should say S7 Edges. And I loved my Note 7. I thought the phone was fantastic. Now, I didn't really get into a lot of the softwares and never really used it more than a couple of days, but I do think that they had a really good product, and I really hope that next year or later this year, whatever they decide to do, that they come out with something comparable, which I'm sure they will, because I think the Note 7 was by far one of the best devices of 2016. It may have been my so far greatest phone of all time, which is a huge statement as I've owned pretty much every phone in the last few years. So anyway, let's just do a quick comparison and then I'll get into the funeral eulogy, or shall I say, for the Note 7. So as you can see here, there's a slight difference here in overall size, very slight. Okay, I'll put them together here and so you can kind of see what we're looking at. Okay, very, like, you're talking millimeters. Okay, overall here, the width, I'd say the width very slight. The Note's like a millimeter bigger. Okay, the Note's all its accents are all blacked out, including the frame, which looked absolutely fantastic. Okay, on the back of my Note 7 I had a skin, which is now going to have to be taken off. Another waste of money. Shame on you, Samsung. Anyway, and on the back of my S7 Edge I have the concrete skin. Both of these are from Dbrand, which is the only place I go for skins. But the S7 Edge does have all of its trim blacked out, but the frame was in a space gray, which looked really nice. But personally, an all black phone with metal and glass is by far more, premium and superior in terms of looks. I know there was various different color options. I did have a silver titanium one, but to be honest, black was the way to go. Okay, so other than that, we've got no iris scanner in the front. And to me, guys, the iris scanner was bullshit. Like, really, like, it's just completely a waste of time. The fingerprint scanner is more than enough. Like, I never really used it. So, all in all, complete waste. Anyway, on the bottom, now here, we have micro USB on this side. We've got your speaker grill, headphone jack, USB Type-C, and of course, the beloved S Pen to some. Again, I never really used it, but it is what it is. Okay, on the side, we've just got the power buttons, and on the black one you can barely see it. Same size, same tactility. And on this side, okay, we've got volume buttons. Okay, up and down. Feels good. Feels good in the hand, guys. What can I say? Okay, guys, so the main difference between these two phones is the in-hand feel. So the Note 7 had superior in-hand feel and had palm rejection technology on the edges, which helped it, not activate apps and stuff while you were holding it. So the S7 Edge, you really kind of need a case because the palm rejection wasn't really there or wasn't very good. So, if you used it naked, you'd always end up, activating things and, stuff would load or you'd call people. So that was a bit of a pain in the ass, or it is a bit of a pain in the ass. But this particular one, it doesn't do that. And so that's a huge feature for me because as I like not to use cases at times. So the other thing is it's got curved edges on the back and the front. So the in-hand feel is fantastic. Like, I can't even explain it to you. If you get a chance, well, I guess you won't get a chance now, shit. But if you had an opportunity to hold one, you'd know what I'm talking about. Super good feel in the hand. Like, bar none, one of the best in-hand experiences goes to the Note 7. Okay, so personally, if you were to ask me which one I would go for, I'd go for the Note 7, but as it died on Monday, we can't do that. So the nearest comparison or nearest comparable phone would be this one, which I would recommend. And the one here in Canada we have is the octa-core version, which in my opinion, I find for day-to-day use more powerful and faster and snappier. I know that the Snapdragon version, based on my reading and research, is a little bit more powerful in terms of graphics processing. So if you're a gamer, then that's kind of better, because we got a Snapdragon 820 version of the Note 7 here, which we didn't get in the S7 Edge. So, but to be quite honest, I prefer the Exynos version for day-to-day tasks. Okay, the Note 7, we never got the Exynos version. I never really got to use it, and I never really got to see an Exynos version, so I can't comment. Okay, so that's a little quick comparison on the Galaxy S7 Edge and the Note 7. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have questions, comments, you know, if you want to know what kind of cases I was using, you know, feel free to drop a comment down below and I'll be happy to answer those for you. Okay, so let's move on to the funeral of the Note 7. So guys, Samsung has to hold the L, big L. You know, I've had this phone since it was first launched. You know how many days I've used it? I'd say maybe 3. Okay, I've never had full battery drain and charge cycle. I've never completed my setup on it. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, they took $1,200 of mine. I received multiple units, some with damage, some with no damage. No emails, no correspondence. You know, I'd call in, they'd say someone will get back to you, no one will get back to you. Like, what the fuck? Really? Like, what kind of service? Have you ever been to an Apple store, Samsung? What is going on? This is the kind of service you need. And the other thing is, I mean, you guys all know we are not, how should I say it? We are not, you know, your average Canadian guys doing this channel. We are of immigrant families. We are obviously colored, as you can see. But when I call and speak to a representative on the phone from Samsung and I can't understand what they are saying, or I'm having trouble communicating, it's not the representative's fault. I'm not blaming them, but I am blaming Samsung for not providing the right kind of you know, training and, you know, the right kind of environment for them to succeed. And I think that's ridiculous. And, you know, you'd never find that in an Apple store. You'd never find that if you went into any of their stores or called any of their online services. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. You know, I was not able to communicate with any of the customer service representatives other than one. And I called them, I think, over a dozen times. Okay? So absolutely ridiculous. Now, I'm supposed to be getting a refund. I get an email saying to return all Note 7s. And if you purchased yours from the Samsung website, we'll get in touch with you. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? I'm the one that should be dealt with first. I'm the one that spent full money for my phone. I should receive some other kind of service. I think this is ridiculous. So, as much as I love my Samsungs, they have to hold the L for this. This Note 7 debacle was a complete disaster, okay? Just a complete disaster. And it's a shame because this device was absolutely fantastic. Like, full-on wicked. I think one of the best phones ever made, period. Now, mine is powered off, as you can see. Can't use it. Very disappointed because I love this device. I really do. I really wanted to keep it. I was really hoping I could hold on to it, you know, but it has to go. Now, I'll give you guys some feedback in terms of how long it takes me to actually get my refund. You know, I purchased a skin. I guess I'm out the money for the skin. I purchased a couple of cases, I think value about $100. I'm out that money too. Now, I'm going to try to go after Samsung for it, but I highly doubt that I'm going to actually get it. So, you know, another fail there. I'm out money irregardless of what the situation is. I mean, it's just a real shame. So, with that being said, guys, Samsung hold the L, Note 7 officially buried, and we move on. Okay, in regards to the Pixel, not a huge fan. I don't like it, way too expensive. So I don't think that's going to happen for us here. So in terms of replacements for this Note 7, right now I'm just going to hold out and see what's what. Okay, and we'll take it from there. So guys, if you have any comments, any questions, post them down below. This has been M, and this has been the unfortunate demise of the Note 7. I'm out. Peace.